Yo, what is up, my family? It's your boy Boboke Gupta back with another episode of the Minecraft series. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are. And I'm really enjoying it now because, we have topics we can talk about. So I have two main topics that I want to talk to you guys about today. Dude, this building was so sick that we saw from last time, but let's just keep moving forward, I think. Now, yeah, let's just keep moving forward. Matter of fact, I'm not going to spend too much time. And our inventory isn't too full, which is good. I did forget to get bundles on our way home. So let's just actually head home and then we'll go back in the same direction this way. So I have two topics that I want to talk about. And the first one is computer time at school. Now, I don't know if you guys had this, but when I was like a little kid, let's explore this building. When I was a kid back in elementary school, we had computer computers. Now we already explored this. We had like time throughout the day when we could not. I don't think it was all the time. I think it was just. I'm not even too sure, but we had time to. I don't know. Go to like I guess computer class. We learned about typing and stuff. And sometimes I remember going there, but we actually didn't do any work. We just played games. So I wanted to talk about like some games that me and my friends would play all the time back in elementary school. So and websites too, websites as well. So the first one that obviously comes to mind, I think for most of us, is cool math games. Cool math games, and bro, I'm gonna tell you that website was goated. That was the best game website ever because it was basically kind of like it's a website but it has a bunch of different games on there. And I remember sometimes our like teacher would ask us what that game was about or like what that game is, and we would just say it was like math games. I mean, it's just it does like the title of the website is cool math games, but I don't think they definitely had some math games, but it wasn't like the majority of their games were math games. No, so I definitely remember playing Run 3, if you guys remember that game. That was one of my favorite games. I remember playing all the time. That one was pretty sick. And yeah, that game was actually pretty fun. I remember me and my friends did challenges where we would be like next to each other on the computers, and we would start at the same time, and we would see who got to the most levels before I guess our class ended. So I feel like that was a cool little challenge that we used to do. And Run 3 overall a really good game. If I had to rate it out of 10, yeah, I'm gonna pull out some games and then I'm gonna rate them out of 10. I would say that Run 3 was definitely a 9 out of 10. Yeah, a 9 out of 10. I mean, sometimes it was a little laggy. I mean, to be fair, it was most we were on school computers, so I wouldn't imagine that it could run I guess games like well. So, yeah, but it was sometimes pretty freaking laggy. So, for that reason and that reason only, I would say it was a 9. Deducting 1 point, but it's fine. It was a cool game. It was definitely a cool game. So that's the first game I wanted to talk about, and cool math. Is there any other more? Uh, Fireboy and Water Girl. Yeah, Fireboy and Water Girl. Now that's another amazing game. It's definitely a lot more unique compared to other games because it involves two people. I mean, you could play it by yourself if you really wanted to, but I mean, if you're a little kid doing that, that's kind of hard, right? I mean, that's like some hardcore stuff playing by yourself. But if it was just you and your friend chilling, and you're like, "Hey, let's play a game." Now that would be the game you would run up because it was actually really fun. I enjoyed that game a lot. Now I don't remember ever getting like really far on that game because I remember that I used to die a lot playing that game. So yeah, I don't really remember getting too far along at those games. But I know that game was actually really fun. But I never truly like actually like attempted to beat the game like as a whole. That wasn't really me. but it was definitely a fun game nonetheless. I gotta be very very honest. It was very fun. So that game, I would rate it a shoot. Is it better than Run Three though? Because you think Run Three is so good because you play by yourself and it's fun like that. But I haven't been in this house in a while, you guys. I've not been in this house in a while, so I'm actually just gonna sleep here for tonight. Since we haven't been here for a while, we haven't even seen our dog. Hey, how you go? How you doing? How's it going? All right. So as I was saying, uh I rated Run Three a 9 out of 10. I would probably give Fireboy and Water Girl. Is it Fireboy? No. Yeah, it's Fireboy and Lava Girl. Water Girl. I would give it a 8 out of 10. A 8 out of 10. Just because sometimes it was hard and we would just mess around sometimes and we would get nothing done. So that was the issue. Oh, by the way, did you guys notice my drift stick is gone? Yeah, I fixed up the drift stick. I fixed up the freaking drift stick. Let's just put a bunch of this stuff away because we don't need it in the moment right now. But we'll do some stuff with it. I'm gonna keep these ruins because I think they're pretty freaking awesome. And I'm just gonna keep one. I don't know what these do exactly, but I'm just gonna keep it just cause. And we're actually gonna go ahead and grab a crap ton of bundles here because I want to go to venturing and I need bundles to do stuff. And we're gonna get some wood as well. Just one stack of uh freaking logs, and that's good. Do we need some stone? We might need some stone too, actually. Let's take some cobble deep slate and let's go. So we're just gonna go the same direction that we went, I think, and we're just gonna go even deeper in that area, deeper than we did before, and I think that's gonna be fun. We might find some cool stuff over there, or maybe we might find some weird monsters or whatever. I don't know, but we got our freaking staff of staffness, which is sick as balls, dude. Oh, okay. So as I was saying, yeah, that was definitely another game that I really loved, and I'm trying to think of more other different games. Now, I do have one from my childhood that I remember playing a lot because my older brother, played it, and he had a lot of fun. Now, I don't think that there was a website like to play this game, or like I don't think it was on. I think it was a different website apart from Cool Math Games. So it might be like a little side tangent. Obviously, there's other websites as well, but I remember playing Fancy Pants. If you guys know what that is, it's like a stick character, but his pants are fancy, and he like parkours and does like sick tricks and stuff. And you basically got to go through it like all the levels and stuff. So it's basically kind of like a Mario game type game. um, I thought that game was really sick. I remember because each level you have to defeat it, but you also have to get there's like these cosmetics where you can change the color of the main character's pants. So his first pants are orange, but you can get like a blue or like a green or something like that. So I used to think that was sick. That was a really sick premise. I think it was a really well done game. And yeah, I still remember that game a lot. I remember playing it. I don't know how long ago, but that was a pretty sick game, guys. Fancy Pants was lit, dude. So yeah, Fancy Pants was a really amazing game that I remember playing back then. My older brother put me on. He had like some really cool games that he used to play, and that also reminds me. Okay, Fancy Pants. I honestly Fancy Pants for me is a 10 out of 10. I'm not even gonna lie. Fancy Pants for me is a 10 out of 10 just because the levels are so different. They progressively get harder and harder each time. And I just realized I forgot to pick up my bed, so that might be a problem. So let's go ahead and kill some of these sheep for wool. Actually, so that's gonna be another mission of ours. Getting some wool because I don't want to go all the way back over there. I don't want to bore you guys with all that stuff. So Let's just try to find sheep. There's some sheep over here, but you're not white. That's okay though, because everyone is important. So yeah, Fancy Pants, freaking amazing game. 10 out of 10 for me. No questions asked. And let's talk about what's on Great Heavens. I realized, guys, this is freaking exciting. There's another sheep right here, so let's go ahead and kill him. Oh, no, no, no. Don't even think about running. Don't even think about it. Okay, let's make some freaking logs here, and we're gonna climb up the freaking Sky Island. That's a niche reference for my One Piece fans, right? Niche reference. Let's uh let's continue going here and just okay, we got a crap ton of logs. And let's just start building up. I mean, that looks like a freaking sick place. We might even call that home. Nah, I'm not. But that looks so amazingly sick. Let's just continue trying to go up there. So that was one, and definitely a 10 out of 10 game for me. And let me try to think of some more. That was, I don't know what website that was on, but it was definitely freaking sick, dude. Okay, so let me think of a few more. Now, there is one game that has been in the back of my mind for, in the back of my mind for quite some time while I was talking to you guys. It's like this robber game. I'm not too sure what the game is called, but there are different levels, and you go through and you try to rob a place without getting caught. You guys might know this game, but I kind of forgot the title of it. But nonetheless, it's a really good game. I don't remember progressing very far because I'm not that good at those types of games, but it was still pretty fun. I remember playing that game. I was a little kid, so of course I wouldn't be that good at those games. But I remember playing it. I thought it was freaking sick. Now I don't know if there's anything up here. If there's anything up there, I'm gonna be very excited. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a freaking random tree just in the middle of the sky for some reason. And that appears like it is. Let me actually just build out, and we'll see it here. It literally just looks like it literally just looks like glitch terrain. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be something amazing. But you never know. Let's just go to it. There's nothing stopping us, right, guess? So as I was saying, I remember playing that game. I think it was like his name was Bob or something. I don't even remember, like a robber Bob or something. I remember playing that game, and it was fun, but it was very hard and difficult to even like pass the level. Yeah, there's nothing here, guys. So we're just gonna fall off in the water. Okay, let's carry on. We wasted almost a stack, but that's fine. We got a lot of material, so we don't really got to worry about getting that wood. We're fine. We're in a decent position right now. Let's actually go ahead and make a crafting table. Let's place on our crafting table. Let's make a bed. We got our bed, and now let's chop down our crafting table so we're ready for if it's nighttime. Oh, it's starting to rain. We might run into some scary mobs potentially. Hopefully not, but we might. All right, guys. So yeah, that was a game that I remember. Honestly, I would give. I don't really have too many memories, nor would I say it's a really amazing game. I would definitely give it a 7 out of 10. Oh crap! It's storming and I almost got struck by lightning. I think definitely a 7 out of 10 game. I would still play it. I don't know. Maybe my perspective or my thoughts on it has changed, but I'm not too sure. Give me that. Okay, so cool math games. There was definitely a lot. I remember there's like this tank game, like tank. I don't even know. Like you pick. Did I go in a circle? I might have unintentionally gone in the circle. Yes, it appears I did. But this is fine. We're just going to go straight this way. So we won't go in a circle. We're just going to go completely straight this way. And let's try to find some cool structures or whatnot. So there's like this tank destroyer game where ow, 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 where you would like pick upgrades to your tank. So you could have like a very fast shooting tank, I think, or like a rocket launcher type tank that just shoots one big shot or whatever. You pick and you have to destroy other tanks and go through various different levels. And what is that freaking bar on my screen? I'm kind of scared now, you guys. I wish I knew, but clearly I'm close to it for some reason, and I'm kind of scared now. Is this it? What is this place? What is this, guys? I'm kind of terrified now. Whoa. Oh, what is that? What the frick is that? Oh, okay. Have I not been sleeping for a while? I've been sleeping. Okay, so yeah, those are some games that I remember playing. All right, guys. So my game did unfortunately crash, but that's okay. We can take some more time to talk about what the games are trying to talk about. So, cool math games. I think it had a really good amount of different games that I remember playing, but I don't really remember too much right now. Oh, Moto X3M, Moto X3M. If you guys remember that, it's like a freaking motorcycle, kind of like that one car dude game where you go through different levels as well. You get a bunch of points for like doing like reverse backflips or whatever. That's another one. There's also Ovo, spelled OVO. That's another game that I remember playing, and that one was also a pretty fun game that I remember playing back in my day. And yeah, if you guys remember that game, tell me that too. And there's just a bunch of different games, so much in cool math games that I probably can't remember too much of right now. But I'm actually gonna set my spawn point here real quick. Yeah, that's good. We're okay. And let's try to kill these things, whatever these are. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a bunch of different games that I don't remember playing too much. But am I supposed to build up? Maybe he's at the top, the freaking boss or whatever. So yeah, Moto X3M was a really fun one for me. Ovo Zero or Zero OVO. That's another one that I remember playing, and that one was fun as frick too. Why is there a moose up here? Get out of here. So yeah, that's cool games. Now there's some other cool math games, but there's some other ones that I could talk to you guys about. And I think the one that comes to mind the most is ABC. ABC. If you guys remember that game, that's definitely one of the biggest ones that come to mind for me personally. Moto X3M. I mean, what am I even talking about? Uh, I'm so distracted because I'm trying to fight this thing. I don't even know what it is. Yes, I beat him. Guys, we're the best. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god, we defeated the boss. Ow. Okay, so as I was saying, ABCI is another very nostalgic game that I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Very, very nostalgic, very cool, very awesome game that I remember playing when I was a kid. And I played it recently, I think my senior year actually, just as a used to craft Eyes of Ender. And Flenderune can be traded for a staff from the wizard. And we got Ghost Necklace Fragments. I don't know what that does. We got these, which are freaking sick, and then we got some trash. But let's just get our bundle and let's just store some stuff. So yeah, dudes. I remember playing ABC. Very nostalgic game that I remember playing when I was a little kid, and it's such a cool game too. Um, what am I trying to say here? I played it my senior year, just out of memory, because I'm about to. I was about to graduate. I already graduated, guys. But I was about to graduate. I was sad and stuff, so I decided to just play it. Check out some of the games. Definitely brought back some nostalgia. Most of the games are actually pretty fun. You get to like customize your pumpkins. You get to make your own car, and then you can race them. And then they also have like some math stuff involved too. I think most of the stuff are kind of math involved or whatever. But that was one of the games that I remember playing as a kid the most. Why did it still after me? I defeated your king or whatever. Leave me alone. But yeah, guys, that was definitely one of the cooler games, websites that I remember playing. And aside from that, I can talk about some more stuff. Like apart from elementary school, I can talk about some middle school. Back in eighth grade, we had a computer class, I think, and that teacher that we had didn't really teach us too much. So we would actually just hop on the computers and we could play like games, like unblocked games. Now that also reminds me of sixth grade and seventh grade, also eighth grade, I think, for a little bit. I remember playing Shell Shockers. If you guys know Shell Shockers, you're like an egg, and it's like a shooter game, kind of like Fortnite or whatever. I was a freaking beast at that game. I always rocked the pump shotgun. If you guys know what I'm talking about, now that was the best weapon out of all of them. They had the rifle, and they had the semi-automatic. They had the P90. They had the AK. I was more of a pump shotgun myself. I like the close combat double shot. You took two shots and the person died. I was a freaking beast at that game. That was one really cool fun game that I remember playing as when I was like in sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade. In those years, I played with my older brother when we were both in school. We grinded that game out because it was really fun. And then I also played it with some of my friends back like in eighth grade. I played with my brother like in sixth grade. We're addicted to that game. We're addicted to another game, and I forget what the title of it was called. It was kind of like another shooter game. We had different maps and stuff. It was basically like the same premise of a shooter game. That one was cool too. I remember playing that game. Let me take this painting. Give me my painting now. I don't need none of these. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the lanterns either. But yeah, I remember playing that game a lot. That was super fun back in my day. So yeah, let me think of some other game. Okay, Shell Shockers, really good. And we also played Clunker. I don't know if you guys know Clunker. Clunker.io was a really also fun game for me. After they banned Shell Shockers, we moved on to Clunker. And that one was also really cool. It was kind of like Minecraft shootout. Not like Pixel Gun 3D. I think the graphics were a little worse than that. But it was kind of the same premise, along the lines of Pixel Gun 3D a little bit. Kind of that free for all or whatever. That was another game that I remember playing, and we found a bunch of websites back in that time, uh, basically giving us the liberty of just playing whatever we wanted. Okay, but back to eighth grade computer class. We basically did nothing for that class. So I remember, why the frick are you still attacking me? I killed your boss. Leave me alone, you freaking disgusting bastards. But as I was saying, I remember playing Roblox. Yeah, Roblox. That's what I was trying to say. Roblox with my friends back in eighth grade and the computer time class. We had so much fun that year. We literally did that every day, I think. I don't think we ever had like any assignments, and we still got a free 100. I'm surprised that that teacher left that same year. So I'm pretty sure they were there. They didn't care anymore. It was their last year anyways. But I remember playing, bro. That was so fun. So much good memories. We played like COD Zombies on Roblox or whatever, and we played any games that we could. We would just have fun all that year. And just to say that, I also wanted to talk about my senior year. Um, wow. I mean, you guys saw some of my videos, old videos. If you guys want to go and check those out, all the way back, like not even like a year, not a year ago, but like maybe a few months ago, maybe 4 months ago. But that's when I had like decided to like kind of start doing YouTube videos. But if you guys, oh, crap, dude, why are you still attacking me? You freaking disgusting hairy bastards! I don't want you guys. But as I was saying, back then, all my senior year, we would just play Roblox games, Clash Royale, and Minecraft nonstop. We would have realms. Oh, this is where I died, dudes. This is the freaking time where I died. Do you guys remember this? I built a base right here. This brings back memories. Why are they still after me? I slept, you bastards. We're just gonna farm them then. But as I was saying, I remember playing. We would play Roblox, Minecraft, so many different games. Um, each day we would like have a game of the week or whatever, and that was our little way of. I don't know. It was a way for us to enjoy the last year that we had, and honestly, I could talk about a lot of the stuff that we did at those times, and I really appreciated it because it was like, it's almost like we were ignoring what was in front of us. We were just kind of like, okay, well, guys, we're just gonna enjoy our last year, and we're gonna enjoy our last year. We're just gonna play some games, have fun. We created, I think, three separate realms that year. We had one which was just pure vanilla Minecraft, and then one was a modded uh, realm, which I believe I did upload a video for that. And then we did another like last ditch. This was like almost during the end of the year, or during the end of the series. I mean, what am I even talking about? During the end of the school years when we did this one. Not too many people played, but some of my friends, my good friends, we played, and we had fun. We had fun, and yeah, that brought back some memories that I remember playing. uh, some good old Minecraft. We did play a lot of Roblox games, different Roblox games. We played for the majority of the games. We did play like a bunch of brain rotten games, which is why I talked to you guys about how much I despise uh those types of games. What is this? Merfolk? What, guys? There are mermaids in this game? Why are they after me? Are you guys evil? Or you guys are good? So yeah, I remember playing. Is there any chests here that I can loot? So yeah, I remember we played so many different Roblox games back then, and most of them were kind of like brain rotten, like uh, Italian brain rot games. But we had some fun with some other like similarity games. I remember one of my favorite games in that school year was uh, we had like 100 waves later, which is like you upgrade your stuff and you just try to get to as many waves as possible. We had so many people, like bro, we had like 10 of us. It was like 10 or 12 of us just playing Roblox games, and it was so much fun. I mean, I could talk about this all day. Like we ran up fleet of facility, 10 players. I bought the private server and we just ran that up uh 10 player fleet of facility, or if it was just a bunch. I mean, sometimes we almost didn't have a bunch of classes together, so it would just be like we would split up. Some of us would play this game, another group of us would play another game. So sometimes we would just play regular fleet of facility or whatever. But in win class, which is DS, so it's like 30 minutes of basically just studying or trying to study for another class or try to get some homework done or whatever. It was like a free period basically if you had cut up with your classes, which I was a pretty smart student, so I didn't really have too much to worry about. So I would genuinely just run up games with my friends all the time, and we would. It was like a bunch of us just in one room playing one game at a time. It was hectic, bro, but we made so much jokes. We had so much fun. I mean, I wish I could record it with you guys. I could have recorded those games. I mean, I think they would do so well in YouTube. I think it would be so entertaining to hear us play those games. I mean, honestly, bro. But yeah, those are some fond memories that I have. I think that's the first topic done. School games, computer games, any type of games in the school setting. And with my second topic, I don't know if I have too much time now. I don't know how long I've been recording, but I want to talk briefly, or kind of some depth into some terrifying game events, some terrifying scenarios that have happened in my school. I apologize, guys. I had to do something. I had to do something real quick. But now I'm eating some fruit, so I hope you're not too bothered by that. But I was saying, I was trying to talk about some disturbing, unsettling stuff that happened in my school years. And the first one that comes to mind is my third grade year, or is it second grade year? We had a lockdown. And now I don't really recall anyone notifying us if it was a actual, or it was a drill or if it was an actual lockdown. I don't remember anybody notifying us that day. It was just a regular day in class where I think reading a book or something. But out of nowhere, the lockdown drill goes off. And I just remember I was a little kid at that point, but I honestly didn't. I don't know. I didn't really take it seriously for some reason. I don't know if that's maybe something that's wrong with me, but I remember we were hiding, and I remember seeing a girl start crying, and the teacher was hugging her. But the thing is, I don't think the teacher knew if it was a lockdown or not either. Oh, there's another freaking disgusting mob. I'm not even gonna bother with it. With it, I'm gonna defeat him another time because it's a little annoying. I don't got time for that. So I remember, bro, we had the lights off. We like had like this huge table that. Sorry, I'm eating some fruit with some tahini. Some, some. We had this like wooden table that we propped up next to the door to like block and stuff. And I remember, I guess when I was a little kid, I wasn't really scared too much of those like type of things happening because I had like a dark hoodie on when I was a little kid. And I was like, oh, so the light is off. So I'm basically invisible. I have a dark hoodie. Nobody will find me. I'm good. So I just remember laying down. We are all together anyways. We are all little kids. So, and that girl started crying. I like, I don't know how that situation is scary, but I guess it could have been kind of scary for the teacher as well because she didn't really know the if it was a drill or not. I mean, she told us. I remember she told us that she didn't know if it was a drill or not, and I guess they weren't notified or whatever. So that's kind of look. Fortunately, it was just a drill. Because if it wasn't, I don't know. We were doing the right thing anyways. But I mean, luckily it was just a drill. I didn't have to experience nothing like that. But there have been some experiences in my middle school and high school. I don't really remember too much in middle school, but I definitely remember some recent ones that went down in my high school experiences. Now, my school is kind of a small school, but there has been like threats made to our school. And one time, a kid brought a gun to school, like for real, a gun, no holds. I mean, no joke. And we had to go in a lockdown for that. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't find it as terrifying as it was, but he did bring us a gun, like an actual gun, to school. And that well, I don't know what he was trying to do with it. I mean, I guess he was just flexing it. I mean, which is kind of a weird, dumb flex, but not cool at the same time. Why would you bring a? And we've had threats, like maybe jokes that have been made, but that's not cool either. I mean, you shouldn't make jokes about trying to kill people. That's not something to joke about. That's not cool. So yeah, those are some other experiences, and there's another one that I can recall slightly, which was a really, really, really kind of scary experience. So we had like a pep rally, right, or like a weird testing schedule for minor. I can't really remember too much, but I know that the schedule wasn't normal from like how it was back then. My school schedule ends at 2:15, so I was just gonna go to. It was basically almost 2:15, right? But right when it turned 2:15, I assumed that they accidentally got the wrong bell or whatever for that schedule, and they started sounding the lockdown alarm. And I don't know why this is such a prominent memory in my mind, where we were in a class with a substitute teacher, and this substitute teacher, she had no idea how to lock the door. And she was like 80 something years old. Well, I'm not trying to be rude. She's probably in her 70s or something. But I literally, for the life of me, was so scared. And my class was like 10 people. Nine people hid behind this like stand. You know, like how a preacher has a stand. There's like a stand like that, but like a little slightly thicker and slightly more wider and thicker. Nine people hiding back there, and they were laughing. They were laughing like it was a joke. To me, that was not no damn joke. I remember that class was world history, so I put like these thick ass world history um, textbooks in my backpack just because I was like, and then put my backpack facing towards like covering my stomach and stuff. And then I also got another textbook for me as a weapon. And I was like, dude, I'm not dying here, bro. If I get, I'm gonna have these textbooks in my backpack. If they can shoot me all they want, I'm surviving that bitch. So, mind you, this is 2:15. We're literally like about to leave. So I assumed, damn, they really picked the perfect time to do this. Is what I was thinking. And I don't know how I did it. I guess it was flight or fight. There was this huge ass like bookshelf with like tons of those textbooks, like full. I don't know how much that weighed, but I managed to like pull it out from where it was at, and I like hid behind it. Luckily, it was just a false alarm. So luckily, it wasn't actually real. And it's safe to say I'm actually very fortunate that I haven't had to actually go into lockdown or be scared for my life, which I'm really happy about. And it's very sad to hear horrifying stories that have happened about things like that. And I honestly, like, no joke. I mean, I'm eating something right now. I'm sorry about that, but no joke. It's honestly like really sad, and it's really scary to think about. It's a public school. I mean, so many scary things can happen, and I want you guys to know, just stay safe, take precautions and stuff, and don't try to if you see somebody feeling alone, looking lonely or whatever, try to talk to them. Try to I've never been one to like try to not talk to people, or try to make fun of people for who they are. I don't think that's cool. You be yourself, dude. I mean, I had so many friends in high school, but I'm doing stuff that I like, playing Minecraft here. I guess I would be considered kind of nerdy, especially doing a modded Minecraft. That's even nerdier now. But I'm doing what I love, and no one's ever really made fun of me for that. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Moral of the story is, be you, be prepared, and don't make dumb decisions. Guys, please. Whoa, I can fly now too. So this has been the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.